Drinking buddies. I am so excited for this one, and I know I said that on the last one, but that is because we are in the Wheated Bourbon Finals. That is right, I did an 8-part tournament, 8 videos that led to the finals. There's already been 1 video in the finals. This is the 2nd video of the finals, and then the grand finale will be coming up next after I pick 2 of these. Let's jump right in.
I'm your drinking buddy.
Well, drinking buddies, our 8 bottles that could be up here are going to be Maker's FAE01, Georgia Heartwood Fiddler, Standard Maker's Mark, Oregon Spirit Bourbon, Old Rip 10, Weller 12, Old Elk Wheated Bourbon, and the Prudent Pappy, which is a blend of 2 parts Maker's cask strength to 1 part larceny. And for whatever reason, you put it in this bottle and just magic happens. So it's a really solid bottle. Why did we end up with these 8? Well, I did a lot of rounds and I tried to do categories. So for one of the categories, for example, I did readily available bottles, and Makers won that one. Would Makers have won if it had been up against something like Makers FAE02 that had to be taken down by this guy? No, FAE02 would have clearly beaten Makers. So there are a couple lesser bottles up here, not to take anything away from Makers, but if it had gone up against something like Makers FAE02, it would have lost, but we had to have a everyday bourbon category. But you know what, I say we just jump right in here and we start with number 1. Okay, we are starting off the bat with maple and brown sugar with a little bit of grain. So this is like maple brown sugar oatmeal right now. Wow. Okay. Yeah, but the palate and the finish are completely different from the nose. The palate is just your normal 90 proof Weller flavors with some extra oak. So it's got the cherry, it's got the bourbon vanilla. That's Maker's 12-year. I would bet my money on that. That's Weller 12-year. I would bet money on that. Really, really solid pour. I cannot, every time I taste it, I can't believe it's 90 proof for how much flavor is going on that. Could be wrong, might not be that, but that's what I think that is. Number 2. Oh, okay. This one's got a little bit of a chemical leaf smell to it. But also honey. So honey. Okay. That one's got brown sugar and peanuts going on it. Brown sugar, peanuts, smooth flavor, goes down easy, long finish, really long finish. I believe that's our Prudent Pappy. Next up. Oh, okay, so this one's got mesquite and honey. Man, I'm sure picking up honey a lot lately on bourbons. But no, this is more like brown sugar than honey. Just a really nice sweetness, along with oak and like mesquite. Well, that's delightful. Man, that is really solid. There's a little bit of a nut thing in there, but it's not peanuts. It's more like a pecan or a walnut type flavor going on there. Long finish, great mouthfeel. Vanilla, cinnamon. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's the Georgia Heartwood, I'm pretty sure. In the last round of blinds, I picked one that I thought was Georgia Heartwood, so clearly I'm wrong about one of these two. Last one up. Oh, wow. That is freaking cherries. Oh. If we're just going by nose alone, this is the best nose I've smelled, like, in a long time. This is cherries and like maraschino cherries in syrup. Oh, I love it. Guys, that's really good. This is gonna be a hard round. That one is cherries, brown sugar, oak. Man, I'm really liking that one. One of these I said was Weller 12. That might be Weller 12. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Makers could make the final round right now. I do not know what I'm doing. But I don't care what this is. This moves on. 3 and 4 are moving on. As far as my guess is, my God, is this Makers? This might be Standard Makers. This might be Standard Makers, and I'm moving it on to the final freaking round. Well, drinking buddies, if that's the case, I might lose my whiskey channel, or at least the love from my whiskey audience, but whatever, I don't care. I'm going by which one tastes the best. I believe this to be Maker's Mark. I believe this to be Prudent Pappy. I believe this to be Georgia Heartwood Fiddler. And I believe this to be Weller 12. I don't know what the heck is moving on. I'm probably wrong about both. But those are the two that are moving on, bottles 3 and 4. Drinking buddies, I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.